Continuamos aquí en la cuarta edición del México Metal Fest con todo el talento que nos está acompañando en este año 2019 y nos encontramos con Jeff Becerra de Possessed. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Welcome to this festival.
It's good to be here.
We were so very excited to have you here, and I think that everybody in the backstage was like so amused to have you here. And I saw you taking pictures and smiling with the people. How have you felt the warmth from Mexico in this festival?
I love Mexico. It's a whole different vibe from anywhere else in the world. Of course, it kind of feels like home to me as a Hispanic American, and
It's very crazy to have you here. You've been touring lately in a lot of festivals through Europe, through North America. But do you feel a special vibe from Latin America, especially Mexico?
Oh, definitely. It feels more like home. It feels warmer. I was just talking about how it feels like my culture.
Yeah, and I was wondering about the last name Becerra. Do you have some I don't know, Latin American ascendant?
Yeah. In fact, that's my father right there. See?
Oh, okay, cool.
My dad's full-blooded Mexican.
Okay, amazing.
But I also have some Cherokee Indian mixed,
Okay.
and that came through the Arkansas, Oklahoma, along with Swedish. So I'm Cherokee Indian, Swedish, and half Mexican from my father. So my sister is dark, and I'm light. My mom's light. My dad's dark.
Yeah, that's amazing to have you like some connection in some level with the Latin American people.
Yeah, big time. Anyway, I grew up with my grandmother Maria, hand batting tortillas, making menudo and pozole. Just the food that you know what I mean. The culture. My grandfather Ignacio, and
So, do you feel that there's a connection between that culture in your music? You try to include something of that, something in the lyrics, something in the style or the groove, even.
I just think that like the corazón, the heart of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, I'm biased, but I think Mexicans make like the best boxers, the best lovers.
Yeah.
And some of the best death metal, So we have a heart. The Hispanic community, we all have big hearts, and like if we do something, we do it all the way. We're hard workers. I did concrete my entire life, and so I could finish concrete when I was 8. Like every good Mexican, I do concrete.
It's amazing, very passionate.
So we're hard workers and
Yeah,
passionate,
yeah.
and we're really, and it's all for the people, the people.
Okay, and how do you feel Possessed being again on the road after all what's been happening through your history? How do you feel to be back on stage? How have you felt the people, the crowds in all the festivals?
It feels wonderful. I mean, it's beyond biblical proportions. It's something that I've always loved and always cherished and always wanted. And it was a long, challenging, hard road and a long winter to get back here. And I mean, it couldn't be lovelier. It's going to be better. I love it.
In this kind of festivals, we have a lot of old school metal bands, and also we have some new school metal bands. How do you feel that contrast? Is there any difference? How things were done back in the day?
Well, I mean, come on, this is the transition. When people like me die, these are the last few years, right? This is like the changing of the guards in many aspects, And so the new school, as compared to the old preschool almost, it's wonderful just to have that kind of homogeny, that blending of cultures. And, in a way, I feel like, my life has mattered in some probably infinitesimally small way, but I just love it. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see. There was a time when death metal wasn't a sure thing, and it was going to die. We thought it was going to die. It came very close to it, and so to see death metal not only alive and well, but one of the most exciting and burgeoning genres in music today. It's equivalent to, like I always say, the jazz, the golden era of jazz. I mean.
So great. And you released a new record. So how has been the acceptance of this record? How was the work of doing a new record after so many years?
Well, like a lot of people don't know, but the early on Possessed was very much a garage band, and so to come back and to play, like my first festival was in 2007. So I feel like it's all brand new, and in many ways I feel like I'm starting over or just starting. But it's it's incredible. I mean,
It's also a fresh start, right?
Yeah.
Like you have new energies, new experiences, because you studied in the meanwhile, and have you managed to put some of that life experience into this new record?
oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know that songs like "Burning in Hell" I wrote in 1979 when I was 11. You know, and like "The Word" off the new album, I wrote that between 80 and 81, or you know, maybe 79 to 81. So I have a lot of that. Like I'm stubborn. Like I'll keep. If I believe in a riff, I'll keep it until it works. You know.
And can we expect some new albums in the future? Is
Yeah.
there a new transition? Because you started with a new label, right?
Well, I'm back. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to be making music. It's like any artist, I have to continue. It's my life, you know.
That's amazing. It's great to have you back. Great to have you in this festival. What do you expect from the crowd this night?
Well, I've only been backstage, but from what I can peek, it's awesome. Yeah.
Great.
There's a lot of fucking people out there. That's so exciting.
It's gonna be exciting. Thank you so much for being here. It's just an honor and a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you so much. Aquí seguimos en la cuarta edición del México Metal Fest.